And warning, my bias is in this video because it's my video and my channel. I will say this though, if I address the community and I say Minecraft community, it's not me literally talking about the Minecraft community. It's me simply saying that the people who made the votes or the choices that they did that affect the entire Minecraft community as a whole. That's what I'm addressing. Otherwise, don't take this video entirely seriously, but you get the gist. Okay, so people are not happy with the recent Minecraft mob vote. The reason for this, I couldn't tell you. Could it be that all three mobs weren't actually great anyway because no one really wanted them? Could it be that maybe the community is going to make the wrong choice? Who knows? I have, actually kept myself from finding out which mob won, just to the sake of this video and me not having more bias than I already do. And for those of you who think like I just have bias for a game I barely played, I played this game since it came out, so I've sat here through the good and the bad. Anyway, like I said, people are not happy with the mob vote. A lot of people are just saying remove it. I don't suggest remove it, right? Obviously, Mojang's not going to remove it because, oh, we want the community to have a choice. We want them to have a voice. This, that. I suggest two things. Add mobs from the original mob vote, like 2017, when they were good, or just add all three. It's not that hard. You're a multi-million-dollar company. Add all three, Mojang. Stop being lazy. Side note again, I wish I was kidding when I said people were literally saying a hashtag stop the mob vote, but this is literally the entire live chat replay. People can, and you think I'm scrolling right now, right? No, I'll keep scrolling. Look at that. Look at that, bro. And like, you know what the funny part is? As he's like talking right now, I muted it because like I don't even want to hear his voice right now, honestly. But when he was talking, he quote unquote said, "We're doing what's best for the community and listening to their voice." Yeah. Anyway, that out of the way. Looking at the 2017 mob vote, we had some really good options. It is tragic we got the Phantom, but in all honesty, I can understand why people chose the Phantom. It seemed interesting at the time. I feel like the Barnacle would have been way more cool, but at the end of the day, these were good creatures. They actually look scary and they would have done something for the game in some actual helpful way. But yeah, moving on to the next mob vote. So I don't want to count this at all because this was actually a rigged, yes, this was rigged by Dream himself. This was a rigged mob vote. He literally told everyone his public vote, and guess what? He was the biggest Minecraft YouTuber at the time, so guess what everyone did? They voted for a glow squid that doesn't glow at all. And to add to the wound, they added ink to the game because they were surprised just as much as everyone else was that the glow squid won, even though it literally doesn't glow. They said that explicitly so many times, I can't even count on my finger. Like, and then on top of the fact, they make it super useless. Like, you're never going to use glow squid ink. You can't trade with it. Sure, you can use a glowing pattern or like freaking sign or whatever, but who the heck's going to use that, bro? They could have just added that in some other unorthodox way. This is what I mean when I say they just should add all three mobs. It makes so much more sense instead of having a mob vote. Sometimes you shouldn't let the community decide. Sometimes the community sucks at deciding, especially when they have someone that they're standing for some reason, to the point of where they would literally pick the worst mob in the vote. And Dream itself, like, it's very clear he picked that mob because it was the easiest thing to add to the game that wouldn't add like trouble for him as a speedrunner slash as a manhunter. It's just so stupid. Anyway, moving on. So for this mob vote, nothing too special. I understand why the choice was made for the ally. I completely agree with it. I personally didn't vote because I was done with mob vote after the last fiasco, but I agree with the choice. The other two sounded really dumb. I mean, you could have said the glare could have been a jump scare to warn people that there's like mobs that can spawn by. At the end of the day, they could have added all three of them and I would have been more satisfied. Yet again, Mojang, like, why are we making these pretty much useless mobs? Like, I don't understand. Like, this is something that like never ceases to amaze me, how Mojang has hundreds of thousands of workers, probably thousands of people who work on like adding story to the game and whatnot, but like this is the best they can come up with. This is very tragic. Anyway, moving on to the next mob vote. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Or Across the Spider-Verse? Yeah. Remember when he called him a villain of the week? This is exactly what this feels like. Mob of the week. These all are like mediocre mobs. Don't get me wrong, like they'd be cool to have in the game, but like it's yet again, you're making me choose from the villain of the week and not just giving me a villain of the year. Why aren't you giving me a mob of the year? These are not mobs of the year. These are mobs of the week or the month at best. Like, these are not good mobs. And like I said, yet again, it feels like it's just laziness Like, they could be doing so much more. Like, for example, that's a dinosaur. It looks nothing like a dinosaur. It's a six-legged dinosaur. It doesn't even make sense. I feel like these all could have been added in yet again, and it's yet again a disappointing vote. I don't even blame anyone who voted for any of them. All of them sound interesting. Like the Tough Golem sounds pretty interesting to me for builders, just because it's, you know, you can create your own night at the museum kind of thing, you know, where the golems move around after, you know. I think that would have been cool. But yet again, I don't think this is a mob of the year type of thing. These are not mobs of the year. These are mobs of the week. Come on, Mojang, step it up. Okay, so you remember when Mojang said that they wouldn't add sharks because it encourages animal violence against an endangered species? Well, guess what? They added penguins, so I guess they are throwing out the window now. I guess, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're just gonna stick with that, even though it makes no sense anymore, because they actually added 3 animals that are all very killable and very common in the world, except for penguins. They are an endangered species. But crabs and armadillos, a kid could easily see one of those IRL and just kill it, just because they feel like it. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I've seen 13 crabs in the past 5 months. They're very common animals. You just go to a beach and you find one. Armadillos, a little less common, but you can still find one if you know where to look for one. And, you know, since we live in America, they're not extremely hard to find. You go to a specific wildlife reserve or just any wild grassland, basically like an open meadow, you can find any type of animal, from a bunny to a couple other things, like a squirrel. I could go on. Anyway, end of the day, these are animals. And not only that, these are like mobs of the day, not of the week, not even of the year, not even of the month. They're mobs of the day. Because really, next thing you know, they're going to start adding like freaking, I don't know, snakes to the game, which would actually probably be more interesting, come to think of it. But still, like, it's just one of those things where it's like, Mojang, what are we doing with 365 days in a year? We're sitting here adding a few changes to a biome, maybe a new biome if we're lucky, and then we're adding real animals. It just goes to show like what Mojang's doing in their little lab or office. They're like, it took them 365 days to sit there and be like, oh, you know what, guys? We should just add armadillos, penguins, and what's a good one? Crabs. Yeah, crabs. And you know what? We'll make the crab the best one because it'll just give you longer reach, so you can place blocks farther. Which I really hope they mean place blocks farther and destroy blocks from farther away. Otherwise, that really just sucks. Yet again, I don't know why Mojang does this. It kind of makes me sad because this is a multi-million-dollar company. And if you really pay attention, you all notice that it all kind of went to hell after Notch left. But that's its own story. End of the day, what do I think of the Minecraft mob vote? Get rid of it. Just add all 3 mobs right now. Because people are literally spamming in your chat, like, stop mob vote. Like, this is a very clear solution to this problem. Just add all 3. Or start adding mobs from the other votes. I promise you the backlash will not be as bad that way. Mojang, just think outside the box here for like a couple minutes. Just a couple minutes. Anyways, end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Keep clashing. Also, quick little side note here. I did not watch the Minecraft mob vote, purely because of the fact that I knew it was going to be tragic to watch. I don't even know which mob won. I'm hoping it's the crab, but end of the day, I don't know. I don't care. I'll just have to find out whenever the game updates. So, yeah. Like I said, keep clashing, and have a nice weekend. God bless.